What if some of the most dependable firearms ever built are the same guns most people walk right past on the used rack? I have seen it happen plenty of times. A buyer walks into a gun shop. He heads straight for the newest pistol, the newest rifle, the newest thing everybody online is arguing about. Meanwhile, a proven old workhorse sits right there in the case, ignored, undervalued, and sometimes a whole lot smarter than the shiny new option. These are the guns that earned their reputation the hard way. Years of service, thousands of rounds, real field use. Some rode in police holsters. Some spent years in hunting camps. Some just kept running while newer designs came and went. And that is the point. Newer does not automatically mean better. So before you write off the used gun rack, or assume an older design is past its prime, stay with me. Because a few firearms on this list may change the way you look at the used market. Starting off at number 10, we have the Ruger American. This is the kind of rifle a lot of buyers overlook because it does not look expensive. It is not flashy. It is not trying to be a custom precision rifle. But for the practical hunter or newer rifle buyer, that is exactly why it matters. The Ruger American came in as a budget-friendly bolt-action rifle, and it quickly built a reputation for giving shooters dependable real-world accuracy without premium rifle money. Depending on chambering and setup, you are usually looking at a barrel length around 18 to 22 inches. Overall length is about 42 inches. Weight usually falls between 6 and 7 pounds. That is a useful field weight, light enough to carry on a long hunt, but still steady enough to shoot well from real positions. The rifle uses a cold hammer forged, free-floating barrel. That matters because consistency matters. A free-floating barrel helps reduce outside pressure on the barrel, and that can help with repeatable shot placement. You also get Ruger's adjustable marksman trigger. For a rifle in this price range, that is a real benefit. A cleaner trigger helps when you are trying to make one careful shot count. The 3-lug bolt gives you a short 70-degree bolt lift. That makes cycling faster, and it gives better scope clearance than many older hunting rifle designs. That sounds small at the counter. In the field, it matters. The synthetic stock is not fancy, but it handles rain, brush, mud, and rough use better than something you are afraid to scratch. That is why this rifle makes sense for hunters who actually use their gear. You will find the Ruger American in practical chamberings like .308 Winchester and 6.5 Creedmoor. That makes it useful for target shooting and serious hunting work. The reason people miss it is simple. They assume lower price means lower quality. But plenty of owners have learned that this rifle can shoot better than its price tag suggests. Used prices often run around $350 to $500, depending on condition and accessories. So the role is clear. The Ruger American is not a prestige rifle. It is the working hunter's value rifle. The one you buy when accuracy, reliability, and field usefulness matter more than showing off. At number 9, we have the Rossi RP63. This revolver earns its spot because revolvers just do not get the attention they used to. Most buyers today want high-capacity semi-auto pistols, optics cuts, accessory rails, polymer frames, all the modern stuff. The Rossi RP63 takes a different path. It sticks with a system that has been proving itself for generations. This is a 6-shot double-action revolver chambered in .357 Magnum. It also runs .38 Special. That makes it more flexible than some people realize. You can practice with softer, lower-cost .38 Special, then still have the option of .357 Magnum Performance. Depending on the version, you get either a 3-inch barrel or a 4-inch barrel. Overall length runs roughly 8 to 9 inches. Weight is about 30 ounces thanks to the all-steel construction. That steel frame is the big reason to care. It adds weight, but it also helps absorb recoil. It improves durability, and it gives the gun a long-term toughness that lightweight carry guns often cannot match. Rossi uses modern CNC machining. That helps with tighter tolerances and better consistency than some shooters expect. The cylinder lockup is solid, the internal design is simple, and the controls are easy to understand. This is not a complicated gun. That is part of the appeal. Now the downside is obvious. 6 rounds cannot compete with modern service pistols. And the steel weight may not appeal to someone chasing the lightest carry option, but every gun has a lane. The RP63 is for the shooter who wants steel frame durability, simple operation, and revolver versatility without premium revolver pricing. Current prices often fall around $300 to $400. That makes it one of the more affordable steel frame revolvers available today. The takeaway is simple. This is not the capacity king. It is a practical, traditional revolver for buyers who value simplicity, strength, and a proven operating system. Coming in at number 8, we have the Ruger P95. This pistol is not pretty. And that is probably why so many people miss the point. The P95 came out in the 1990s as a practical service-style handgun. It was built for durability, simplicity, and affordability. Not fashion, not internet hype, not a spec sheet war. It is primarily chambered in 9mm. It uses a reinforced polymer frame and a steel slide. Overall length is about 7.25 inches. Barrel length is 3.9 inches. Unloaded weight is roughly 27 ounces. By modern standards, it looks chunky. It does not have an optics-ready slide. It does not have a modular chassis. It is not a micro-compact carry pistol. But that is not what it was built to be. The Ruger P95 came from an era when manufacturers cared heavily about making guns that ran. It uses a modified Browning-style locked breech system, and the design has a strong reputation for reliability with minimal maintenance. Magazine capacity usually ranges from 10 to 15 rounds. Depending on configuration, the grip is large, the frame is substantial, and that helps control recoil during longer range sessions. One thing longtime owners often mention is ammunition tolerance. The P95 has a reputation for feeding a wide variety of ammo without much drama. That is worth something, especially when a gun is bought for practical use instead of looks. Used examples often show up around $250 to $400. That makes it one of the more affordable legacy service pistols from its generation. The drawbacks are real. It is big, it is not light, and it looks dated beside newer handguns.
Ugh.
But if you want a rugged, simple, affordable pistol with a proven track record, the P95 still deserves respect. The role is clear. This is not a trendy carry gun. It is an old-school working pistol for buyers who care more about function than fashion. At number 7, we have the Beretta PX4 Storm. This is one of the most overlooked modern handguns because it brought real engineering to the table, but never became as popular as simpler striker-fired pistols. The PX4 Storm was introduced as a duty-oriented semi-automatic pistol. It was built for military, law enforcement, and civilian use. But in a market moving hard towards striker-fired designs, it never got the attention it deserved. The reason this gun matters is the rotating barrel system. Instead of tilting as the slide cycles, the barrel rotates. That changes how recoil forces move through the pistol. And it helps explain why many owners describe the PX4 as such a smooth shooter. The full-size model has a barrel length of about 4 inches. Overall length is just over 7.5 inches. Unloaded weight is around 27 ounces. It has been offered in 9mm, 40s and W, and 45 ACP, so Beretta clearly designed it for a wide range of users. The frame is ergonomic. It uses interchangeable backstraps. Many variants have ambidextrous controls. And the trigger system is a proven double-action, single-action setup. That gives the shooter both security and flexibility. The slide and barrel are built for heavy use, and the pistol developed a reputation for reliability in high round count testing. That matters if you are buying a gun to train with, not just admire in the case. Used prices often fall around $400 to $600, depending on condition and configuration. That keeps it interesting for shooters who want an older duty pistol with real mechanical character. It is not perfect for everyone. Some shooters prefer the simpler manual of arms of striker-fired guns. Aftermarket support is also not as deep as what you get with the biggest platforms. But the PX4 Storm has its own identity. It is reliable, it is comfortable, and it does not feel like every other polymer pistol on the shelf. The takeaway is simple. This is the smooth shooting alternative for buyers who want a duty pistol with proven reliability and a different operating system. At number 6, we have the CZ P10C Police Trade-In. And this is where the used market starts rewarding people who know what they are looking at. A lot of buyers see holster wear and walk away. That can be a mistake, because a little finish wear does not mean the gun is worn out. Sometimes it means you found one of the best values in the case. The CZ P10C was CZ's answer to the modern striker-fired duty pistol. It quickly built a reputation for excellent ergonomics, reliability, and shootability. Most police trade-in examples are chambered in 9mm. They usually have a 4-inch barrel. Overall length is roughly 7.3 inches. Height is just over 5 inches. Unloaded weight is around 26 ounces. The grip is one of the main reasons people like this pistol. The angle feels natural, the texture is aggressive, and the gun points well for a lot of shooters. The factory striker-fired trigger is also one of the better ones in its class. You get a clean break and a short reset. That is something you notice fast once you start shooting. The polymer frame keeps weight manageable. The steel slide and internals are built for duty use, and the low-bore axis helps reduce muzzle rise. That means better control and faster follow-up shots. Police trade-ins often show up around $300 to $400. That is the hook. You are getting a proven duty pistol for much less than many new handguns. The drawbacks are not deal breakers, but they are real. Some shooters find the grip texture a little rough for extended carry, and aftermarket support still trails behind the biggest brands. Even so, the value is hard to ignore. The P10C gives you duty-grade durability, practical accuracy, strong reliability, and excellent ergonomics at a price that often feels too good to pass up. The takeaway is clear. This is the smart buyer's duty pistol. The gun beginners may ignore because of holster wear, but experienced shooters recognize as a serious bargain. At number 5, we have the Savage Axis. This rifle gets overlooked for the same reason it keeps selling. It is simple, it is affordable, and it does not pretend to be something it is not. In a market full of expensive precision rifles and feature-heavy hunting setups, the Savage Axis stays focused on the basics: dependable accuracy, reliable operation, low cost, and enough durability for real field use. It has been offered in useful chamberings like .308 Winchester, 6.5 Creedmoor, .243 Winchester, and .30-06 Springfield. That gives hunters and target shooters plenty of practical choices. Most models have a barrel length between 22 and 24 inches. Overall length runs about 42 to 44 inches. Unloaded weight is around 6.3 to 6.8 pounds. That is light enough for long days in the field, but still stable enough from normal shooting positions. The rifle gained a loyal following because it can shoot better than many people expect for the money. The floating bolt head helps promote consistent lockup. The carbon steel barrel gives practical durability, and the synthetic stock can handle rough weather. No, it is not fancy. But fancy does not fill tags. Used examples can often be found around $250 to $400. Many new models are still priced below competing hunting rifles. There are compromises. The stock is basic. Some shooters prefer upgrading the factory trigger, and nobody is going to confuse this with a high-end custom rifle. But that is not the point. The Savage Axis is a no-frills hunting tool, less to worry about, easy to maintain, good enough to keep working season after season. The takeaway is simple. This is the budget hunter's rifle. Not glamorous, not trendy, but affordable, reliable, lightweight, and proven where it actually counts. At number 4, we have the Smith & Wesson Model 10. If there is one revolver that defines the phrase old-school workhorse, this is it. Modern shooters are surrounded by high-capacity polymer pistols, optics cuts, accessory rails, new trigger systems, and every new feature you can imagine. Meanwhile, many Model 10 revolvers still sit in used cases with more history than half the guns around them. That is why buyers should care. You can often find good used examples around $300 to $500. And for that money, you are getting one of the most proven revolver designs in American history. The Model 10 was first introduced in the late 19th century. It was produced in huge numbers through the 20th century, and it became one of the most widely issued law enforcement sidearms in American history. It is chambered in .38 Special, a cartridge with a long service record. Generations of police officers trusted this revolver because it was reliable, simple to operate, and easy to maintain. Depending on configuration, barrel lengths usually range from 2 to 6 inches. The 4-inch version is the classic one most people recognize. Overall length is around 9 inches, and the all-steel construction gives it a weight of roughly 34 ounces. That weight helps soften recoil. It gives the revolver a steady feel, and it makes the gun pleasant to shoot. The strength of the Model 10 is mechanical simplicity. No magazines, no striker system, no complicated feature set, just a traditional double-action revolver with fixed sights and a durable K-frame design. Yes, the 6-round capacity looks limited today. That is the trade-off. But this revolver's reliability reputation is outstanding, and that reputation was earned over decades of hard use. The Model 10 is not modern, it is not tactical, it is not trying to impress anyone. The takeaway is this: it is a classic working revolver for buyers who respect proven design, history, and mechanical simplicity. At number 3, we have the Smith & Wesson M&P40. This pistol is one of the best examples of how market trends can make a good gun look less valuable than it really is. When agencies moved away from 40s and W and back toward 9mm, thousands of perfectly functional M&P40 pistols hit the used market. A lot of buyers ignored them. That created a bargain. The M&P40 was built as a duty pistol, not a range toy, not a marketing experiment, a working handgun. Unlike some pistols that were adapted to handle 40s and W, this one was designed around the cartridge. It uses a reinforced polymer frame, a stainless steel chassis embedded inside that frame, and a substantial slide assembly built for service use. Most full-size models have a 4.25-inch barrel. Overall length is about 7.6 inches. Height is around 5.5 inches. Unloaded weight is about 24 ounces. That gives you a balanced duty-sized pistol that still works well for training and range use. The interchangeable backstrap system lets shooters adjust the grip fit. The low-bore axis helps control muzzle rise, and the ergonomic grip angle helps manage recoil. That matters because 40s and W is snappier than 9mm. No way around it. The pistol uses steel slide rails, a striker-fired operating system, and many variants include ambidextrous controls. It built a reputation for dependable operation under demanding conditions. Today, police trade-ins are commonly found around $300 to $400. That is much less than many newer duty pistols, even though the reliability and durability are still there. The main drawback is ammo cost. 40s and W can cost more than 9mm, and some shooters find it less forgiving during longer practice sessions. That is why this gun is not for everyone. But for the buyer who understands what it is, the value can be excellent. The takeaway is clear. The M&P40 is a serious duty pistol from an era when service life and reliability mattered more than online trends. At number 2, we have the Mossberg Maverick 88. This shotgun proves something very basic. Simple still works. A lot of modern shotguns are chasing premium finishes, optics-ready setups, and accessory-heavy packages. The Maverick 88 stays in its lane. It focuses on function. Built on a platform that shares many components and design traits with the Mossberg 500, this pump-action shotgun has built a reputation for reliability across hunting, recreational shooting, home defense, and general field use. Depending on configuration, overall length usually ranges from 39 to 43 inches. Defensive models commonly use an 18.5-inch barrel. Field versions usually run 26 to 28 inches. Most models weigh around 6.5 to 7 pounds unloaded. That makes it manageable, but still heavy enough to help soak up recoil. The shotgun uses dual action bars. It also uses a steel locking system that engages directly with the barrel extension. That gives it a tough operating system with years of practical use behind it. Another important feature is the 3-inch chamber. That lets the gun run a wide range of 12-gauge loads. For someone who wants one affordable shotgun for several basic roles, that matters. The design is straightforward. Maintenance is simple. Parts are widely available, and shared compatibility with the Mossberg 500 helps support long-term ownership. Current retail prices often fall between $200 and $300. That keeps it one of the most accessible pump-action shotguns available. The limits are obvious: basic finish, limited factory features, plain appearance. But that is also the reason it works. The Maverick 88 is not trying to be fancy, it is trying to be useful. The takeaway is simple: This is the practical pump shotgun for buyers who want reliability and value before style. And finally, at number 1, we have the Hi-Point 995 TS. Few firearms create stronger opinions than this one, and that is exactly why it belongs here. In a world full of sleek pistol caliber carbines with premium features, the 995 TS does things its own way. Nobody buys this carbine for bragging rights. They buy it because it gives them an affordable way into the pistol caliber carbine world. It is chambered in 9mm. It uses a straightforward blowback operating system. That means a fixed barrel, a large internal bolt, and a strong recoil spring. The carbine has a 16.5-inch barrel. Overall length is roughly 31 inches. Weight is about 6.25 pounds. That makes it heavier than some competing carbines. But that weight also helps it feel stable during range sessions. The reason it remains relevant is simple. It is easy to understand, easy to maintain, and built around function more than appearance. The fixed barrel can help deliver respectable practical accuracy. The polymer stock and skeletonized layout give it a look people either accept or criticize immediately. There is not much middle ground. Current market prices often run around $300 to $400, depending on condition and configuration. Its advantages are clear: simple controls, manageable recoil, affordable 9mm compatibility, and a design philosophy focused on utility. The criticisms are also clear. It is bulky, it is heavy for its size, and the styling is unconventional. But even with all that, the Hi-Point 995 TS remains one of the most recognizable budget pistol caliber carbines in the United States. Newer carbines have better looks and more modern features, but the Hi-Point still holds its own niche. The takeaway is this: it is not refined, it is not premium, but it is affordable, simple, recognizable, and still relevant because it gives budget-minded shooters a real entry point. At the end of the day, the firearms on this list prove that popularity and long-term value are not always the same thing. New models get attention, new features get headlines, and the internet loves whatever just dropped. But experienced shooters know something different. The used rack often rewards people who know what they are looking at. Durability matters, simplicity matters, a proven track record matters. Whether these guns were built for duty use, hunting, sport shooting, home defense, or general utility, each one stayed relevant because it had a job and did it well. Some are old, some are plain, some are controversial. But every gun on this list has a reason buyers should still care. Now I want to hear from you. Which firearm on this list deserves more attention? And which overlooked model would you add? Drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That way you do not miss the next look at the firearms that helped shape the shooting world.